5 bullet holes in homes and apartments all across Charlotte. CMPD says they responded to at least 4 incidents just this weekend where shots were fired into places where people live. Thanks for joining us for your news at 5. I'm Alicia Barnes. So 2 of those incidents now were in Noda, the 3rd off Beatties Ford Road, and then the 4th in Northwest Charlotte. So this is something CMPD says has been a growing problem in Charlotte. One they want to stop, and the people living at those spots say that they were hit, say this is frustrating and it's also scary. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger live tonight in front of CMPD headquarters. So Derek, what have you been able to find out about all of these cases?
Well, we can tell you at least at this point that they all appear, at least right now, to be unrelated. We wanted to focus on 2 of those 4 incidents, though, both of which were these Noda incidents that happened. Both happened relatively within a mile and a half of one another, and both still have visible damage when we went by. Bullet holes and busted windows. At 2 places in Noda, there's a noticeable sense of something that happened, but why is still the big question. Here off North Davidson, there's 2 busted out car windows, a shattered window at a business, and clear signs of bullet holes in at least 2 more spots. Neighbors believe there was a fight Sunday morning that just got out of control, but they did not expect gunshots.
I thought it was just a rock or a golf ball through my window, but then when I called the dispatcher, she told me that it was gunshots.
This woman did not want to be identified, but is one of the ones who had damage to her home. But she is not the only one. Her neighbors got hit. CMPD says as they were responding, they came across a woman with a gunshot to her arm. But this is not the only time this happened this weekend. Just about a mile and a half down the road, this home was hit. Among the people inside, according to CMPD, was a woman in her 70s. There were also 2 other incidents in the city, and CMPD says children were in the homes or apartments at the time, but no one was injured. It's the latest in a series of crimes CMPD wants to see less of, not more.
The goal of Switch is to reduce the rampant shootings into occupied homes. Just
last month, CMPD in their review of crime for 2024 noted these types of shootings were up 3% and the number of child victims in these crimes up 20%. And it led to the creation of a program to address those shootings and the trauma that can hit neighborhoods when it happens. But for those dealing with it in the now, they are frustrated and wanting justice.
I think it keeps happening here.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to be helping or catching the people that they should be or doing even more.
Now, just in the past few minutes, we had a chance to speak with one of the other listed victims in this case. They did not even know about the damage that they had until we told them. We had made a point of getting their reaction to it. They simply put, they do not feel safe. They say that they do not feel safe at that apartment complex in Noda that was hit. They were one of the victims specifically in Noda. They also say that they are flat out mad about what happened. And just in case you're wondering, there are no arrests that have been reported, at least just yet. CMPD says all of this still under active investigation. We're live in Uptown. Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.